Hello, my dear children. In the previous class, we have discussed the concepts in the exercise 2.1 in the chapter polynomials. Have you learnt well the concepts, my dear children? Right. Then we can start the sums in exercise 2.1. See here, page number 12. Page number 12, exercise 2.1, question number 1. See the question number 1. Which of the following expressions are polynomials in one variable and which are not? State reason for your answer. Here in this question, some algebraic expressions are given. We have to identify which algebraic expressions are polynomials and which are not, and give the reasons for your answer. Okay, my dear children? Okay. See the first algebraic expression 4x square minus 3x plus 7. In this algebraic expression, what is the variable used here? Only x. So this is an algebraic expression in one variable. First of all, we identified which variables are used in this algebraic expression. Only one variable, that is x. Okay, my dear children. Now come to the next part. The exponent of the variable in each term is a non-negative integer. What is the exponent of x here? In the first term 2. It is a non-negative integer. What is the exponent of x here? Nothing. Means it is 1. The exponent of x is here 1. It is also a non-negative integer. And here 7. The exponent of x is here 0. The x term is not given. So we consider the exponent of x is 0. It is also a non-negative integer. So the exponent of variable in each term is a non-negative integer. Therefore, the given algebraic expression is a polynomial in one variable. Understood, my dear children? Right. Now come to the next algebraic expression, that is y square plus root 2. Observe this algebraic expression, my dear children. This is an algebraic expression in one variable y. What are the variables in this expression? Only one letter, that is y. That is one variable. The exponent of the variable y in each term is non-negative integer. What is the first term? Y square. What is the exponent of y here? 2. What is the second term? Constant. So exponent of y is 0. Okay, my dear children, understood? Right. So both are non-negative integers. The exponents of the variable y in each term is a non-negative integer. Therefore, it is a polynomial in one variable. Understood, my dear children? Right. Now come to the next question. 3 root t plus t root 2. This is a given algebraic expression. We have to identify whether this algebraic expression is a polynomial or not. Okay, here this is the first term. This first term can be written as 3 into t power 1 by 2, because root t is equal to t power 1 by 2. This is a radical form. This is called exponential form. So we wrote the first term like this in the exponential form. Understood this first term, my dear children? Right. Plus t into root 2. I wrote the second term as it is. Okay, my dear children. Now, what are the variables used in this algebraic expression? Only one variable. This is an algebraic expression in one variable t. T only the variable in this algebraic expression. Now we had to check whether the exponents of each variable, the exponents of the variable in each term is a non-negative integer or not. Is it a non-negative integer? What is the exponent of the first term? Exponent of the variable in the first term 1 by 2. So it is not a non-negative integer. The exponent of the variable t in the first term is not a non-negative integer. It is a positive rational number. Therefore, the given algebraic expression is not a polynomial. Understood, my dear children? The exponent of the variable in each term of an algebraic expression must be a non-negative integer. Okay, my dear children, remember this point. Okay, right. Now come to the next question. Fourth question. Y plus 2 by y. This is a given algebraic expression. We have to check whether this is a polynomial in one variable or not. Okay, my dear children. So I wrote the first term as it is, but I wrote the second term as 2 by y is written as 2 into y power minus 1, because 2 by y can be written as 2 into 1 by y. Okay, my dear children, understood? That is equal to 2 into 1 by y can be written as y power minus 1. Do you remember this point, my dear children? Right. Now, this is an algebraic expression in one variable y. What are the variables in this algebraic expression? Y. Y only the variable. So it is an algebraic expression in one variable y. But the exponent of the variable y in the second term is not a non-negative integer. What is the exponent of the variable y in the first term? 1. So it is a non-negative integer. But the exponent of the variable y in the second term is minus 1. It is not a non-negative integer. It is a negative integer. Therefore, the given algebraic expression is not a polynomial. It is just only an algebraic expression, but not a polynomial. Okay, my dear children? Right. Now, come to the next question, that is fifth one. X to the power of 10 plus y cube plus t to the power of 50. This is a given algebraic expression. Here also we have to check whether this algebraic expression is a polynomial in one variable or not. If you observe here, the given algebraic expression, there are three variables. X is one variable, y is one variable, and t is also a one variable. So this is an algebraic expression in three variables x, y, and t. Understood this step, my dear children? Understood this sentence, my dear children? Right. The exponents of the variables in each term is a non-negative integer. In the first term, what is the variable? X. What is the exponent of x here? 10. It is a non-negative integer. What is the second term? Y cube. What is the variable in the second term? Y. What is the exponent of y in this term? 3. It is also a non-negative integer. What is the third term? T power 50. What is the variable here? T. What is the exponent of the variable t here? 50. Is it a non-negative integer or not? Yes, it is also a non-negative integer. Therefore, I wrote this sentence. The exponents of the variables in each term is a non-negative integer. Understood this sentence, my dear children? Right. Therefore, the given algebraic expression is a polynomial in three variables, not in one variable. It is a polynomial, but in three variables. Understood, my dear children? Right. Now, come to the question number 2. Write the coefficients of x square in each of the following. Here, some polynomials are given. We have to identify the coefficient of x square in each polynomial. See the first polynomial, 2 plus x square plus x. Okay, my dear children. Just for your convenient, I am explaining in detail. In this polynomial, this first term is called constant term because no variable is there. Many of the students don't know the name of the terms. That is why I am explaining these points also clearly. Okay, my dear children. So this first term is called constant term because no variable is there. The second term is called x square term. What is the second term called? X square term. And the third term is called x term. So I wrote these points here. In this polynomial, the first term is called constant term. The second term is called x square term. And the third term is called x term. Okay, my dear children, most of the students don't know what is the term called. That is why I explained these points here. Okay, my dear children. Right. Now come to the actual question. The coefficient of x square. How do you find the coefficient of a variable in an algebraic expression? The number which is written just before the variable. So here x square just before the variable. What is their number? Nothing is there. If no number is there just before a variable, we consider it is 1. So plus 1. Therefore, the coefficient of x square is 1. Understood this point, my dear children? Right. Now come to the next question. 2 minus x square plus x cube. This is a given polynomial. We have to write the coefficient of x square in this polynomial. Okay, my dear children. As I explained in detail for the previous question, here also I am explaining in detail for this question also. This is the first term, this is the second term, and this is the third term. Most of the students will confuse what are the terms in a polynomial and what are the terms called in a polynomial. That is why I am explaining in detail here. Please remember, please learn these points because this knowledge is very useful for your higher classes. Okay, my children, in this polynomial, the first term is called constant because no variable is there. That is why the first term is called constant term. And the second term is called x square term. And this third term is called x cube term. That is why I wrote this sentence clearly. Okay, my children, is it clear? In this polynomial, the first term is called constant term, the second term is called x square term, and the third term is called x cube term. Now come to the actual question. What is the actual question? We have to write the coefficient of x square. Previously, I told you to find the coefficient of a term we have to identify the number, the numerical value, the numerical coefficient which is written just before the variable. So here x square term, this is x square term. So just before x square, what is the number there? Nothing is there. So we have to consider there is 1. So sign is also there, minus. So minus 1 is the coefficient of x square. Therefore, I wrote here the coefficient of x square is equal to minus 1. Is it clear, my dear children? Right. Now come to the next question. That is third question. Pi by 2 x square plus x. This is the given polynomial. Again, here also I am explaining in detail about the names of the terms of a polynomial. In this polynomial, what is this first term called? X square term. What is the second term called? X term. So I wrote this sentence here. Okay, my dear children. Actually, they did not ask this question, but most of the students will confuse what are the names of terms. So this is the first term, that is called x square term, and the second term is called x term. Now come to the actual question. The coefficient of x square. What is the number just before this x square? Pi by 2. So pi by 2 is the coefficient of x square in this polynomial. Is it clear, my dear children? Right. Now come to the fourth question. In this polynomial also we have to identify, we have to write the coefficient of x square. Okay, my dear children, root 2x minus 1. This is a given polynomial. In this polynomial, what is the first term called? X term. And what is the second term called? Constant term. Have you got an idea about the names of terms? Can you give the names of terms of a polynomial, my dear children? Yes, right. Now come to the actual question. The coefficient of x square. In this polynomial, is there x squared term in the polynomial? No, x squared term is not given. Therefore, we can say that the coefficient of x square is 0 because here x squared term is not given in this polynomial. So, we say that the coefficient of x square is 0. Understood, my dear children? Now, come to the next question. Question number 3. Question number 3. Give one example each of a binomial of degree 35 and of a monomial of degree 100. So you have to recollect the definition of a binomial and the degree of a polynomial by mixing the two points. Here the question is given, we have to write a binomial of degree 35. So see here, this is the first part of the question, and another one is we have to write a monomial of degree 100. We have to write a monomial of degree 100. So the first part, how many terms are there in this polynomial? Two terms. So the condition is satisfied. Binomial, it is a binomial. And what is the highest power of x here? 35. So the degree of the polynomial is 35. So both conditions are satisfied. So minus x power 35 plus 2x power 7 is an example of a binomial of degree 35. Understood this part, my dear children? Right. Now come to second part. Minus 7 by 2 x power 100. How many terms are there in this polynomial? Only one term. So it is a monomial. Then what is the highest power of x here? 100. So the degree of this polynomial is 100. So both conditions are satisfied. So this is an example of a monomial of degree 100. You can write some more polynomials satisfying the given conditions. Okay, my children, understood this point? Right. Now come to the next question, that is question number 4. Question number 4. Write the degree of each of the following. Here some polynomials are given. We have to write the degree of the each of the polynomial. See that first question, 5x cube plus 4x square plus 7x. How do you find the degree of a polynomial? The highest power of the variable in the polynomial is said to be the degree of the polynomial. So what is the exponent of x here? 3. What is the exponent of x here? 2. What is the exponent of x here? 1. So what is the highest exponent? Highest power of x? 3. So here the highest exponent or highest power of the variable x is 3. Therefore the degree of the polynomial is 3. Understood this sentence, my dear children? Right. Here the polynomial is called a cubic polynomial based on the degree of the polynomial. We can give the name of this polynomial as a cubic polynomial. I have said there are two types of polynomials, two classification of polynomials based on degree of a polynomial and based on the number of terms in a polynomial. If we consider the degree of a polynomial, then the polynomial is called a cubic polynomial based on the degree of the polynomial. Similarly, it is called a trinomial. based on the number of terms in the polynomial. This is the second category. Two types of categories are there. Okay, my dear children? Understood? Right. Now, come to the question. 4 minus y square. This is the given polynomial. 4 minus y square. We have to write the degree of this polynomial. What is the highest power of the variable y? 2. So here the highest power of the variable y is 2. Therefore, the degree of the polynomial is 2. Is it clear, my dear children? Right. Now come to the next question, third one. 5t minus root 7. This is a given polynomial. We have to write the degree of this polynomial. What is the highest power of the variable t here? 1. T power 1. So here the highest power of the variable t is 1. Therefore, the degree of the polynomial is 1. Is it clear, my dear children? Right. Now come to the next question. 3. It is a given polynomial. This is a non-zero constant. This is a non-zero constant, and this is called a constant polynomial because no variable is there. So it is a constant polynomial, and we know that the degree of a non-zero constant polynomial is 0. This is a non-zero constant and it is a constant polynomial. We know that the degree of a non-zero constant polynomial is 0. Therefore, the degree of the given polynomial is 0. Is it clear, my dear children? Right. Now come to the question number 5. Classify the following as linear, quadratic, and cubic polynomials. In this question, some polynomials are given. We have to give the names of the polynomial based on the degree of the polynomials. You know, the degree of a polynomial is 1, then the polynomial is called a linear polynomial. If the degree of a polynomial is 2, the polynomial is called a quadratic polynomial. And if the degree of a polynomial is 3, then the polynomial is called a cubic polynomial. Okay, my dear children. Now come to this question. X square plus x. This is a given polynomial. What is the degree of the polynomial? 2, because the highest power of x is 2. So the degree of the polynomial is 2. So what is this polynomial called? It is called a quadratic polynomial. Understood this point, my dear children? Right. Now come to the next question. X minus x cube. This is a given polynomial. Then what is the degree of this polynomial? 3. The highest power of x is 3. Therefore, the degree of this polynomial is 3. So what is this polynomial called? A cubic polynomial. Is it clear, my dear children? Right. Now come to the next question. Third one. Y plus y square plus 4. This is the given polynomial. Okay, my dear children. Then what is the degree of the polynomial? 2. The highest power of the variable y is 2. So the degree of this polynomial is 2. Then what is this polynomial called? It is called a quadratic polynomial. Is it clear, my dear children? Right. Now come to the question number 5. Okay, my dear children, this is not question number 4. Question number 5. 3t. 3t is a given polynomial. Then what is the highest power of the variable t here? Is 1. So the degree of the polynomial is 1. So what is this polynomial called? A linear polynomial. Is it clear, my dear children? Right. Do the remaining sums as homework. And if you have any doubt, ask your doubts and get your doubts clarified. Okay, my dear children? Right.